the very first video AMA. Okay, so let me check over here. Yeah, I think everyone could see us right now. Yeah, we're here. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our special Baby Menta Web3 Builders International Women's Day episode. This is Women in Web3 session, and today we are interviewing two amazing speakers and project leaders from Cypher Network. Joining us are COO Maggie and CMO Amber. We have actually joining a lot of X spaces in the past about 3-4 months, right? But we never had this video AMA. So we're like, hey, since it's International Women's Day, so we really wanted to show everyone how we grow and share into both Maggie and Amber's journeys, challenges, as well as insight, right, as female builders in the Web3 space. And of course, everyone, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat and we're going to grill them. We're going to ask them about it. And first thing first, let's invite our speakers to give us a brief introduction to themselves. How about first, let's invite Cypher Network CEO Maggie. Would you like to introduce yourself? Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you very much, Moonlight. And first of all, like this topic or our inspiration is about the International Women's Day. So, hi to all the girls that are like in the audience. I'm very excited to be here. My name is Maggie. I am working with Cypher Network. Sometimes I refer myself as the mother of Cypher. And so I'll go really quick about the technical stuff today. So just one sentence, we are building a trust layer for AI agents and it's verified by ZK proofs. So before, I've been working in the Web3 industry for like about 6 years. And before that, I was in traditional finance and doing M&A cases. And before that, I was in school. I think we're going to talk a lot about our personal stories today, so I'll just wrap up here. Thank you very much, Moonlight, and hi again to everyone. Oh, actually, I do have a fun fact about myself about the International Women's Day because my mom is a professor in the college, and they have this tradition that they have a day off on this day for all the female teachers. So I always hated this festival because my mom would have a day off and she would check my homework. So, like when I was like around 10 years old, I really hate, every year this time my mom is like have nothing to do and she's like, sticking around me. Yeah.
That is just marvelous. Okay, childhood memory. Perhaps, well, Maggie, you can share this video interview to your mom, right? And then let her check. Hey, Mom, did I say every single word precisely as you expect? Yeah, we can do that. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Maggie, for sharing the fun fact about International Women's Day from your childhood memory. And let's also move to Amber Lee, CMO at Cypher Network. Would you like to give us a brief introduction of yourself? Thank you.
Yeah. First of all, because this is my first interview all in English, so I have a little nervous before. Thank you for your invitation for me and Maggie to this event. So I'm Amber. I'm from Cypher Network, and I focus on the marketing and the CMO. And I think Maggie is said a lot of the introduction about the Cypher, so I don't say about that.
I just focus on yourself.
Yeah, I just want to focus on one thing, that Cypher is focused on ZK and AI. So we think ZK and AI can change the world, can change the Web3. So that's what we do. So actually for the National Women's Day, I don't have the story like Maggie. We have so many funny or interesting story for me, why I joined Web3 or why I joined the Cypher. I think I can say in the later for some question for that. So thank you again, Moonlight.
Thank you so much, Amber, for the intro. Yeah, actually, before we officially start this episode, right, behind the scenes we were talking about some gossips. Oh my goodness. But right now we're going to come back, like, yeah, this is kind of like a relaxing event and for all the builders and everyone. If you have good suggestions or recommendations who wanted to be in our interview, let us know as well. And further question we're going to ask to both our young ladies over here is, what was the turning point or motivation that brought you into the Web3 space? Maggie, just like you previously mentioned, you work at the traditional financial space, right? But then you decide to jump into Web3 spaces, kind of like you're kind of like an OG, right? When you join Web3, and also at the time, were there a lot of female builders, and what made you wanted to give up the traditional finance industry and then join Web3 space? Thank you.
Wow, that's a very interesting question. I can go really long, but I'll just be really brief here. So, like mentioned, so back in the year 2018 to 2019, I graduated from Boston College, which is kind of my alma mater. And I got my degree as a master in financial mathematics. And also, I actually have a CFA certificate, which means I'm equipped to be a financial analyst. But to be honest, I think a lot of the people who are also in the Web3 industry that had like a traditional financial background, they will also tell you that your career path as a traditional financial, like if you work for the institutions, is kind of very settled. You kind of know what is going to happen to you. Like you be an analyst for 3 years and then like get a higher position and eventually be an MD or like other positions in some of the institutions, and your work is kind of a little bit boring. I'm a little bit of like ADHD person. I know that this kind of like really settled path isn't for people like me. I like something that is more creative. So when I graduated, I was like looking for something different. So I actually bought a one-way ticket from Boston to San Francisco, which is the Bay Area. And back then, I had an interview with the VC. And I was thinking, like, since I got a one-way ticket, I'm going to stay in San Francisco for some time. And I was also looking for other opportunities. And I just spotted this thing on Craigslist. You know, like what Craigslist is? It's like somewhere you find your babysitters, you find your chef, you find everything in your daily life. But somehow, this project called Harmony, they posted a job position for operations, junior operations, basically. I saw that and it's very interesting. And back then I knew something about Bitcoin because like it's very natural. Like your professor, your classmates talk about this alternative asset, and you do the test about it in CFA exams. Oh. So I know this is this is a new asset class. It's going to be very interesting. So I did an interview with Harmony. Like for some reason they picked me, even if I didn't have any prior Web3 experience. And the moment is like the aha moment for me is like when I was doing the interview, I was getting an Uber to their house. They were actually working in the house. It's basically a very stereotypical Silicon Valley show scene that there's like 20 people working in a garage, a garage-like house. Like everyone was in a smart house as an office. Is very, very interesting. And the first day that I was with them, like there's like a basketball session. There's a lot of discussion with the engineers, and I really enjoyed learning about the technical stuff from those engineers, which was very different from my education. So I thought I'm going to just jump right into the rabbit hole. I think rabbit hole was a cliche that people were talking about a lot back in the 2018 to 2019 time. And I really liked the word. And for me, that was like kind of the aha moment. So from then, I just stayed in Web3. I know it's very interesting. The thing is going to have a financial renaissance. It's going to be the next generation of, finance that people don't need that information for. So I think it's an interesting career shift for myself, but also it makes a lot of sense when I look back. Yep, back to you, Moonlight.
Nice. Wow, what a great journey. Thank you so much for sharing with us, Maggie. Well, I hope my professors, right, in college would mention Bitcoin and recommend us to do that so that I could, have the sense. But I actually found out about Bitcoin through other kind of like other shows, other programs, right? Because some of the audience they say, "Hey, Moonlight, we wanted to give you some gifts." And I ask, "What was that?" And they say, "Bitcoin." But very small amount, like probably $10. $10 of Bitcoin. But that was really kind of like my very first experience with Bitcoin. So it's interesting. And later I learned how to download a MetaMask wallet, etc. So kind of coming to Web3 space through that way. Thank you so much, Maggie. Glad to hear your journey to Web3 as well. And Amber, how about you? Because previously you didn't talk a lot about yourself, right? What brought you to Web3 space, or any turning point or motivation that you'd like to share with us? Thank you.
Yeah. I think for my is a very interesting story, or is a funny story. So when I in the college, I studied broadcasting and hosting art. So the main career pathway are usually become a host on TV show or just a journalist. So in the college, I often do some part-time job. I often to host some commercial events like the company meeting and the product launch pad or launch meeting like that. So in 2018, I was in Xi'an right now, right here. So and I get a job to hosting a project launch. So to be honest, I don't think that project is a really Web3 project. That may be a little gray area. So it's just like Filecoin, but is before the Filecoin couple of years. So in that meeting, they have so many home mining machine. It's just like if you have this box, you can mine some coins with that. And I also remember that project slogan is the next BTC. In that time, that is my first time to hear about the BTC and ETH like that. So I just look into what is the BTC. But in that time, my dream was to become a wiser of a forecaster hoster in TV show. But when I graduated, the traditional media industry was silent. So there are if you have some special opportunity or chance, you can get a TV show host job. But if you don't have the chance, you have to wait the certainly host leave that you can take their place. So after I graduation, by chance I joined a Web3 media and a market data tour company. So that is I first time to join the Web3 in 2020 when I graduated, and for back for now is over 4 to 5 years. This is a funny story because when I know BTC is about a very not actually a seriously Web3 project, but I know BTC from that project. And I
Nice.
remember is called the word coin, not this word coin. It's another word coin in the past. It's so funny because in that time, BTC and the cryptocurrency is like a gray area in my hometown. But it's for now, I think it's everything is changed. This is my story for that.
Nice. Thank you so much, for sharing your story with us, Amber. And just like you said, right, along the journey while we are exploring in the Web3 space, the society's consent toward cryptos or Bitcoins are also changing, right? More and more positive, I hope. Yeah. Otherwise, well, especially yesterday, March 7th, right? In the White House, they had the very first official crypto summit. I think that's definitely a historic moment for all of us. So thank you so much to both our ladies over here to share your journey to the Web3 space. And of course, since both of C rank, high. So our next question is definitely wanted to ask you as project leaders, how did you climb up the ranks? Any lessons that you want to share with our fresh off the boat graduates, because this is close to graduation season, right? And a lot of young generations, they are actually curious about how can they get a job in Web3 space, in any Web3 projects, and also how could we climb up right along the way. So Maggie, how about, would you like to share first any lessons that you wanted to let our
Yeah,
newcomers know about? Thank you.
yeah. I think I can only share maybe some of my personal insights. And first of all, I do feel like title is in this industry is very inflated. You
Okay.
know, like back then when I was like, when I was like doing interns and also my junior year in banking, I felt like everyone's title is inflated. But after I got into Web3, I'm like, oh, this is real inflation. Yeah. But anyways, so for me, I have had two jobs before Cypher. The first job is for like around 2 or 3 years at Harmony, and I was my title was like a product and operational analyst. And the second role was at a different project. They were also doing a very cool layer one. The project is no longer operating today, but back then it was very cool. It was one of the very early privacy related projects. And for a lot of compliance regulatory reasons, they're just shutting down now. But my title was like product and operations manager. And right now it's kind of an inflated title could CEO. For me, it's always been like doing operations, doing product operations, community management, PR and marketing, this kind of stuff. So you can tell that it's kind of a progressive step by step stuff. And for anyone who is trying to join the industry, I think everyone joins with different path, right? Because like for me, I just directly get into the industry as my full time job. But a lot of people that I speak in the community is like they do crypto as their part time job. For example, they do trading after work, and after a couple of months they decided to run a validator, and they see this is very profitable and is going to be very revolutionary, so I decide to jump in. So that's like more natively bootstrapped more degen way. And my approach is different. My approach is like I wanted to get professional career training on how to do operations. So mine is like for the first 2 or 3 years, I got a lot of good training, and also thanks to my first project, I got a really, really good manager. He was the COO, and he is also like a similar path like me. He was in investment banking for many years, and then he got into the project as a COO. So he gave me a lot of professional training on how to do, for example, account management, how to do community building, how to design campaigns, how to do like product operations. So I think everyone gets different opportunities into Web3. I would say like whichever role you're taking today, as long as you are growing, as long as you are learning something, I think you finally get to a point where you're very comfortable with everything. Basically, a point where you envision yourself to be. Like the past can be different, but the result is, I think, it's going to be very cool if we just keep trying. And another thing, I feel like for anyone who's trying to make a project, if you go to a very big project, it's very likely you're going to have more proper career training. But very likely the project might already have a token and you don't have as much growth opportunity. But if you go to a smaller project, um, you get maybe more financial upside. But upside means it's like maybe 50% going to make it, maybe 50% not. But I think there's a trade-off that everyone is going to make. And in finance, we have the term of like financial or risk appetite. So I think it depends on what you yourself is looking for. But I think Web3 is very cool compared to a lot of other industries. It's just going to grow so obviously compared to a lot of the more traditional industry, like for example real estate and other stuff that has already had their peak and is a very mature industry. And for us, there's still a lot of infrastructure things and middleware things that we are building, and definitely things on the application level that is going to impact everyone. Yeah, yeah. Those are my like very random thoughts. Thank you, Malite.
Got it. Thank you so much, Maggie, for sharing that. Yeah, from working to like well-established project or firms, right, and then to some smaller size startups experience, and also very fortunate like you have some kind of like mentors, right, that wanted to help you to grow along the way in the Web3 space. That's very nice. Thank you so much, Maggie, for sharing that. And Amber, how about your story? How did you climb up the ranks? And if you have any lessons that you could share with newcomers or anyone who are interested in join or to build some projects in the Web3 space? Thank you.
Yeah. Actually, I don't have so much advisor to offer because there are so many better project leader out here out the marketing, and I don't have the technical background. So I joined the Cypher since they are beginning, and I think I just keep learning and keep studying about the marketing and about the about the DK, about the AI. I think it's a very important thing is the like same motivations. You have to push yourself to learn a lot of things about the marketing, about the what the user wants. I think people are naturally lazy. Or just that I think I am lazy. But Web3 is very Web3 in evolving is very so fast. So there you have to we have to learn so many things. You have to keep pushing yourself to learning whatever you want to learning. I think for these things, for the learning, Maggie is better than me. And actually, I feel very anxious those days because from the last year to this year, it's very clearly that I feel that the game is changed, especially after Telegram mini app and the line chain Kaya and so many traditional apps join the Web3. Many traditional industry apps it's very hard in Web3, and we need to push ourselves to learning some growth the strategy from the TikTok and like Facebook and the Red Note. We have to learn more, not only the Web3 native marketing. It's more about the Web2 user because now the Web3 is trying to attract more Web2 user to join Web3. So we need to learn more. We need to start it. We need to keep our still learning and from others from the other industry. That is I think the learning is very important, and the self motivation is very important for the new builder join the Web3 and also the old builder. I think we are the old builder, but we have to study more. Yeah,
Nice.
that is my.
Thank you so much, Amber, for sharing your observation. Totally agree with you, right? Because we could clearly see that in this cycle, more and more project teams they focus on not just promotional, marketing stuff, right? On X, but also across different channels, from just like you say, right, TikTok or Little Red book, and even Reddit. Right. Some people even ask, hey, can we create some Reddit communities and then to talk about our project or certain tokens? So things like that is really so different from the previous time. And when I help some projects to promote their ongoing events, right? They sometimes also the project team also ask me, hey, Moonlight, do you have connections to TikTok influencers or But in the past, in the previous cycle, they were asking only Twitter or X influencers and YouTube, right? So those are the two main platforms. But this cycle, definitely we see the difference compared to the previous one. Thank you so much, Amber, for that. And I know that it's a Saturday morning or Saturday evening for some people, right? So we're going to wrap our session really quick, and we wanted to ask both of you, how do you balance work and life? And especially, oh my goodness, Maggie, I know you're actually still outside, right? And well, some stores are start to close, and you have to conduct an interview outdoor. Oh my goodness, because all the stores are closing now. So let's do this quick question: how do you balance work and life, and or it's actually very difficult for us to find balance? Thank you.
I think it's very difficult. And like for myself, at a point, I'm like almost 30 now. I feel like when I was at Amber's age, she's like younger than me. I just mean like when I'm like at the younger age, I was like more anxious because you guys also mentioned so many social media platforms. I think this is like a global issue. Like if we look at what we how we get information all the time, we get it from Little Red Book, we get it from Twitter, we get it from Reddit and everywhere, and people tend to share their best things on those social medias and try to have a image there, including myself, like including I think most people I know, like you're trying to have a certain image that you share on social media. And a couple of years ago, I was reading a lot of, for example, Instagram. I was like reading a lot of Little Red Book, and very often, like those influencers that I follow, they you will feel that they can handle everything well. They have a good family. They have good looking boyfriends. They have good looking dogs. They themselves are very good looking from their face to their body shape. So it's very easy for people to feel very anxious. But I just wanted to say, like, we have our like real life. So whatever you're accustomed to, I think that is the best thing you can get. Or maybe I just give up, trying to be better. I don't know. I think at my age right now, I feel more relaxed about it. I guess like it's okay not to, always do exercise. It's okay not to, have a very good body shape. Even if we are looking at Twitter right now, because I follow a lot of people, almost only people in Web3 on Twitter. Like I don't use Twitter before I join Web3. So my Twitter following are almost just crypto influencers. And you can tell, like, in the past cycles, people will share less about their personal life. For example, fancy watches or, just good body shape. But in this cycle, like, I remember there was like one or two things that Amber was tagging me last week about, some boy influencers sharing themselves and asking people to give them grace. And I feel like this the for it's very hard to maintain a good psychological life right now under all those influences on social media. But I feel like just coming back to our daily real life, as long as you're happy, as long as you're working hard, you keep trying, I think it's okay. So honestly, I don't feel like I'm really doing a good job in terms of balancing my life and my work because obviously for a lot of crypto people, they don't get to, for example, rest a lot, have a very regular, for example, regular sleep time, regular time to do exercise. But I think it's okay as long as like you can find your own good pace because everyone's pace is different. So we don't need to live after a certain standard template. We can have our own pace. Yeah, I guess like that's something that I wanted to share because I know when you're working with Ray, you're already being very ambitious. You're already being very aggressive. Otherwise, you wouldn't try to live this life. But I also feel like have a very healthy psychological life is very important. So I guess like you can find a very good balance there. And also one more thing, because today is about like International Women's Day. I feel like for girls, there isn't as many girls in this industry. And I think there's one thing that people often mention, like girls help girls. We want to see more female in this industry, especially those that are underprivileged. For example, Amber and I was at Consensus, and we listened to this Palestinian girl. She's using crypto to help with girls' education. I think she was with Binance Charity. That was the topic that she was talking about. And if we can do more of this meaningful stuff with crypto, this industry is definitely going to get better. Yeah, and beyond that, you know, just enjoy the life.
Okay, wow. Yeah, that's definitely very good thought. Thank you so much for sharing that. And sometimes I also do feel quite stressful, right? Because in the Web3 space, it's kind of like an ongoing 24/7 nature of crypto. And so we cannot stop anytime. And even like, let's just say, Saturday morning or evening for all of us, right? We're still working. So yeah, it's so difficult to find the balance. And also when seeing younger and younger generation joining the space, right? For example, oh my goodness, a couple months ago, right, we heard some stories about high schools
Oh,
using $1,000
yeah.
to make $1,000,000. Oh my goodness. I was like, what was I doing when I was in high school, right? Oh my goodness. Yeah. So those kind of stories in across Web3 space definitely make us quite kind of like stressful, and also what's happening over there. Yeah, Web3 never sleeps. So, but anyways, we still can find like inner peace, right, as we grow and as we continue to build over here. So self-care is definitely really important. And let's also learn about Amber's story, how to balance work and life. Or do you find you have some like there are challenges for you to balance them? Thank you.
Yeah, just like you said, because our all the remote work, so the remote work can blur the line between the works and life. Often we just like I wake up, I go to work, and after I go to bed, I still work. So it happened to everyone in the Web3, I think. But I really like the 20 minutes park relax. Just like you go to the park, you get some sun and see the mountain or the season or the lake, whatever you see something green like that. So I just want to say because the life isn't just about the work. Work is meaning to make life better. So if you haven't reached out your goal yet and you choose to keep pushing yourself, but at least try to stay healthy, especially for the woman, because health is very important and take care of yourself. I think that is very important things. And because in the Web3, I think some gender issue is fields and traditional industries. So in the Web3, the woman more need to stay healthy and protect yourself and remember. And I also want to say, remember, girls help girls. From those days, we have so many things about those days. But remember, girls help girls, I think. Yeah,
Nice.
just that I want to say.
Thank you so much. Maybe we could have a small group, right, of female builders in the Web3 space and girls support girls. Thank you so much, both of you, Maggie and Amber, our CEO and CMO from Zypher Network, for joining today's session. I know it's definitely not easy, and we have seen a lot of challenges, right? But we are also so proud of both of you, your achievement from very fresh off the boat, right, out of college and jumping to the Web3 space and to now being leaders in very successful projects over here. Once again, shout out to both of you on this special International Women's Day, and wish you have a great rest of the weekend. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Moonlight and Amber. Thank you. Yeah, see you
Bye.
guys.
Take care
Bye
and be
bye.
safe. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. See you.
Thank you. I'm going to
Bye.
play some music over here. Let's go. Once again, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. This is our very lovely Web3 Builders interview with Maggie, Lisa at Zypher Network, and Amber, so CMO from Cypher Network, and I'm Moonlight. I'm also a builder, or you could say an intern at Baby Menta over here. Looking forward to seeing you again because we'll have more episodes like this, and we will see you next time. Let's listen to some music to wrap our session. Thank you.